Stanley. So I wanted to talk about something that keeps coming into my head at the moment, and that is obedience. And is it a good thing to be very obedient? Um, and an experiment that keeps coming up in my mind is one called the Stanley Milgram electric shock experiment, which was done in 1961, and it was a year after the trial of Adolf Eichmann, who was responsible for a lot of the Holocaust kind of atrocities. And his defense was that he was just following orders. And I think that's often the case in a lot of these kind of regimes when you get, to the end and they, eventually are defeated. A lot of the people who could have carried out very horrific things will often say, well, I was just following orders. This kind of a part of the brainwashing of authority. And from a young age, we're taught at school. It starts, well, from our parents initially, I suppose, from parents, and then at school. And it's very much about being, you do what you're told. Just do what you're told. Don't question it. Don't think about it. Don't use your own mind, Just do what you're told. And if you've had that kind of brainwashing from an early age, a lot of people who think it's so important to always follow orders, to always stick to the rules, to always do the right thing, what they see as the right thing. And yeah, I think it's quite dangerous, actually, and that's what this experiment proved. So if you can look it up for yourselves, there's loads of stuff about it, but it's very interesting. And basically, he put an ad in the local paper, and people came forward. They were paid a few dollars for this Yale experiment. So it was in Yale University, so it was seen as a very, kind of prestigious place, a place of respect. People respected it, and they were told, this is an experiment about memory. So that was a bit of a lie, it wasn't really, but it was so that they didn't, kind of understand it too much, because that would have ruined it, obviously. And they were told to administer electric shocks to this other person in another room, which they couldn't see them, but they could hear them. I think something like that. Yeah, and the voltage went from 15 volts right up to 450, and the kind of it was all marked, and the 450 volts was marked like, danger, high voltage, danger, high voltage.